Get ready. Get ready, because if you have been in a period of stagnancy where you have not been motivated, have not been making any progress or taking any action in moving forward, get ready, because you're gonna get busy. You are gonna get busy and you are going to push through, because you are about ready to start bringing something into your reality. Something that you've been working towards, something you've been working on. I'm hearing you've been taking little steps during this period of stagnancy. And maybe it hasn't been necessarily working on this particular thing that you're trying to manifest into your reality, but rather taking care of other little ins and outs and odds and ends, things that you needed to like tie up loose ends. And I'm getting that it's been kind of uncomfortable. Yeah, with the world like in reverse here. You have felt like maybe you like slid back into an old paradigm. Like maybe there are certain aspects of self that you thought you had moved on from, that you had completely like closed out previous chapters, and something like came back up into your reality that was a similar pattern or energy from something from your past. And it really made you feel like you hadn't made the progress. And I'm hearing for some, it's really like tested your faith. Yeah, you've been in a place where you've been very like defensive. You've really felt like you had to like fight for all the progress you've made, but it's felt very like defeating because you felt like you took 2 steps back. Yeah, with the 3 of Pentacles, I'm just getting that like you had a plan, like you had things all mapped out, and then things just have not been going according to plan. And so it's really felt like you haven't gotten the recognition or the success that you thought that you were achieving. But I'm getting that whatever like makes you feel like you've taken a couple steps back, it was designed by spirit so that you would reevaluate, because there's certain parts of your past and old patterns and behaviors and cycles that still needed examining and you could not bring with you into this new chapter. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles. It's like there were certain areas where you were still lacking. I'm just getting with that Hierophant, like lacking faith in some ways. Lacking faith around where you were headed. And maybe part of like feeling like you've taken a couple steps back, it's really affected your finances. Like maybe for some of you, you've transitioned between like moving. Maybe some of you have moved out of like a city, or you've moved and changed jobs, or, you know, and it's just something that's financially kind of set you back. And so maybe you've been in kind of a lack mentality. And so Spirit needed you to take a beat, I'm hearing, to really just take a step back. And so we have the King of Wands and the Hierophant both in reverse. And it's giving this energy of like feeling helpless, like paralyzed. Like maybe you thought you were making great strides and you were moving towards success, but then you had a setback and it's really made you, like, I'm just hearing like identity crisis. Like you have felt like your world was like crumbling. Yeah, with the Empress. And maybe you were in a place previously where you like in a your last chapter where you felt very abundant and you felt like you were, I'm hearing, on top of the world, or that you were just going to keep moving up, and then you had a setback, or you feel like you've taken a couple steps back, and it's really put you in like an energy of like feeling defeated. But it's so that you could examine some of your views and your beliefs about yourself, because with the Emperor, like, dude's got his armor on, or dude, I don't know. But you are getting ready to like take control, and you're going to be pushing through with a level of like strength and courage. So for some of you, if you've been working on, I just saw 555 on the timer, which is all about change. But if you have seen aspects of yourself like take a step back financially, like your ability to earn, maybe, you know, your job, like maybe there's been some things that you've kind of had to dip into your savings or something for. Like you've just had a financial setback, but you really needed to be in that energy to give you the momentum and the drive to go after something that you've wanted. So it's not that you have lost your ability to be abundant. It's that you needed to reevaluate what it is that you're working towards. Hermit in reverse. And I'm noticing the 6. And, you know, 6s and 9s, like if you flip them, basically it turns one into the other. So you have not lost your ability to be abundant. You still have the ability to succeed and to manifest what you want. And you are very, very abundant. But I'm getting that you needed to embrace more of your creative side. Because if you were meant to use your gifts, talents, and abilities to create something, and you have been relying on an old version of you, like an old cycle of how you make your money, you needed a disruption in that area of your life, a setback, so that you would reevaluate what it is that you want for yourself, because you needed something to propel you back onto your path. So I'm getting that you have not lost your ability to be abundant. This is your opportunity to start moving towards what it is that is meant for you. 9 of Wands. And you could feel just really burnt out and tired and exhausted. Like maybe you feel like you've been living from a place of like fight or flight financially. But you needed to, with the Page of Swords, you needed something to pique your curiosity or to change your area of focus and change your thinking. Because you're not meant to rely on this old version of yourself to create your abundance anymore. Yeah, 6 of Swords. You're meant to move on into a completely different area and path. And I'm just noticing the full moon here. So it is time to release this old version of you. And this is part of like this setback, was that you needed a different perspective on things so that you could move in the right direction.